Hey guys, welcome back to the course. In this section, we're going to go over the pen tool, and I'm about to contradict myself. Not really. We're not going to go over the pen tool, just one little aspect of it. And the reason for this is a UI design course. And pen tools, you could do really cool things with it, and the Figma one is super easy to use, but you don't need it. And the reason for this is you're not creating intricate what's it called, illustrations. You're not an illustrator. You're not going to create things like that. Very rarely a client will ask you to do things like that. I've worked for I've consulted Toyota. I consulted many startups in Silicon Valley, and I've been working as a UI designer for the past 8 years, and I've never ever been asked to do things like that. Sometimes you will partner up or work in your team with other illustrators that will hand off something like this for you, and then you will put it into the design. But usually you'll never be required to create something like that. You are a UI designer. You're not a graphic illustrator or even like old school graphic designer. But I still want to show you the pen tool. The reason for this is that there is some times that you will need it. For example, there is like wavy type home pages that you will probably create. Here, let me show you guys some examples. Oh yeah, there's graphs that you can create with what I'm about to show you. There is like different, you see this wave effect or circle here. Let me try to find one. Actually, I have an idea. Stripe has that. I don't know if you guys heard of this site Stripe. It provides payments for startups, but let me see if I can find it. So you see the pen tool is great for these kind of things, right? To create these shapes or wavy shapes, which I'll show you right now. So you go to the pen tool and you just put in a line, or one second, or you can create. Let's go with the wave example. So let's do just follow what I'm doing right now, and you'll see it'll make sense in a bit. And let's create a graph slash wave. Okay, I think this is enough. Now go over here to the top side and do bend tool. So the bend tool would bend these lines into wavy ones. So you see, all you got to do is type on it and then drag it. So click, tap, and then drag. Drag however you want or turn around. Obviously this is ugly, but usually you want to just drag it straight and it'll create a wave. You can go to this corner and then again drag it to the left, so it creates a wave from here, and then a wave here, and then a wave here, and here, here, and here. You see? You got yourself a wave. This is a pretty ugly example, but I just wanted to show you how it works. But this is super, super useful because there's going to be tons of projects in the future that you're going to need to create graphs. So graphs as in, let me show you some examples. You see, like this kind of line height. You see this line. So this will something that you will do in the tool. So let's try to do that right in a second. Actually, let's pick a different one. Here, let's try to recreate this one. So let's download it. And guys, this is really important to learn. This is to be able to copy something from a design. So let's go over here. Go to the pen tool and just literally follow along the line over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. There you go. Okay. Now this specific one has no rounded corner, so all you have to do is exit and click done. And there you go. You have. So let's say we wanted to copy exactly the way they did it. Go over here, let's make the line, actually the line is 1 pixel over there, but I would do it 1.5. Let's see. This is a little bit thicker. And then go in over here to the shape tool, click the ellipse tool, and create circles. Oops, that's too big. Let's go with 12. There you go. Well, over here they have a border one, so so you click minus over here on the fill, and you add on the stroke, and I would go with a 2. Is that a 2 or a 3? 2, probably. And change the color to, okay, this is, I'm not sure if we went over this before, but if you click over here, it will pick a color out from, you see over here on the top right hand side, you could see so you could just go and grab the color from here and copy it. There you go, you see? It's the exact same color as that. Let's make it actually thicker. It's probably a 3. There you go. And the line was a different color, so let's go over here and copy the line. Okay, and then duplicate this 4 times. Oops. There you go. Perfect. You see? It doesn't look exactly the same. Obviously, you need to create the backgrounds and all that, but I just wanted to illustrate how the pen tool helps you easily copy graphs just by going over it. And now if you wanted to create a rounded graph, let's delete these circles, and try to create a rounded graph. So all you have to do is double tap on it, and it brings back the corners. Go to Bend tool and start bending it around. And you're going to see, you're going to have a nice little rounded graph. Here you go. And then press exit and done. And that's it. Now let's make a little bit of a nicer one. I want you guys to practice this. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do a stock market one. There you go. Go to done. Sorry, double tap on it and then go to Bend tool and there you go. And we got ourselves a graph. Correct. Press done. Now you can make it thicker. But you see, and you can add rounded corners on the edges. Over here. Round. See? Now it's rounded. And that's it. It's that simple. You can do the same things that you learned before in the past. So you can do like a cool add a cool gradient to it. See right here. So this one will be blue, and this side will be, let's go with green, and click exit, and there you go. You see, it's kind of like a stock market graph, kind of like see, kind of like that. I mean, this is a little bit different, but you get the point. You can do one. You learned how to do this. We've done one before, and then there's the rounded one. Same principle, but this is pretty much the only area where you will encounter that a client will ask you to use the pen tool. And I wanted to avoid giving you a long tutorial about the crazy things you could do with it and the illustrations and all that. Maybe one day in your career you want to get into that, but this is not about that. We want to really get you to become an unbelievable UI designer that earns 6-figure plus, and that is the goal with this course, not to become an illustrator, which actually illustrators make a lot less money and graphic designers make a lot less money than UI designers. So keep that in mind and don't bother with this thing. Just focus on typography, being able to add these different shapes, picking the right colors. And the biggest secret of all of this course is below, is once I actually teach you how to become the best. There's really a trick that if you follow through it, you could just literally within 2-3 weeks from now, you can become the best UI designer and get hired by a top startup if you follow along what I tell you. All right, awesome. So we're done with the tool, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.